Helping Seniors Television, all about improving quality of life for seniors. If you're a senior, know a senior, or plan to be a senior, then this show is for you. It's all about helping you develop your own aging plan so you can age actively and with dignity. Helping Seniors Television from the Helping Seniors Network of information, education, and resources. First up on Helping Seniors TV, a look at the Knowledge College for Aging program. Our guests on this segment are Rob Dixon, a professional guardian and case manager who is the president and founder of the Knowledge College for Aging, and Laura Chiesman, a financial planner who is one of the professors at the college. Filmed on location at the Helping Seniors Mega Senior Expo at the Melbourne Auditorium, let's join the discussion. I'm Kerry Fink, sitting in for Joe Steckler, and welcome to Helping Seniors Television, part of the Helping Seniors Network. We're actually live and on location at the 2016 Mega Senior Fest. We're here at the Melbourne Auditorium, and what a great day this is. We just watched the Color Guard come in and do a wonderful job of presenting colors and Pledge of Allegiance, and we're just excited about all the things that are in store today and some of the wonderful guests that we have. Today with us, we have some folks from the Knowledge College of Aging. And so I want to introduce you to, I would say, Professor Rob Dixon, who is the founder.
Academic Dean.
And Academic Dean of the Knowledge College for Aging. And also Laura Chiesman, who is also a professor in the Knowledge College of Aging. And you guys both have an extensive background of experience in senior work. Rob, you have a company called Sentinel Care that you are not only a guardian, but you do a lot of case management and helping seniors. And Laura, you have an amazing background with what you do on the financial planning and that whole side of it. And we're going to talk about that. But what we're going to do is focus with the first question is, I've never heard of Knowledge College of Aging before, says the person watching us today. What is that?
Well, Knowledge College is a group of professionals that are very good at what they do, and they also happen to be Christians. And we have a passion for seniors, and we represent different parts of the aging issues that folks confront, both the elderly as well as their children that are helping them along that journey.
So I know that you began this with a program reaching out to churches, and that you've already presented the seminars and things to a group of people who are in congregations at churches, and you're helping them understand their responsibility towards seniors and helping them. But now you're actually moving. You have a big event coming up in February that you're going to be doing. You want to explain a little bit, how did it start in churches, and how is it branching out from there?
Well, I was born and raised in the church, and I am a Christian. And as I became a guardian and case manager about 10 years ago, I found that even many people in the church, the seniors, were not prepared for the aging process. And it was challenging for me because I thought that's certainly where the church should be, working hard at helping seniors out. And so over the years, with your encouragement and others, including Laura, that we put together a seminar at First Baptist of Melbourne back in April, and surprisingly had 56 people at that event. And after 3 hours of listening to us, they wanted more. They weren't ready to leave yet. And so that confirmed to me that there was a real hunger in the church to try to understand this aging process, everything from paying bills to the medical issues to mental health issues, also the family dynamics, which is a big part of the aging, and then the legal issues, trying to pre-plan how long can they live in their home, when is it time for them to leave their home to go somewhere else, who's keeping tabs on that, and then even the difficult issues of the pre-need burial and cremation, as well as the death and dying process, and then absolutely at the end, where are they going to spend eternity? And so we wanted to make sure that we got to share that with people as well, the hope that we have in us for Christ.
That's excellent. Now, as we were talking about, it began in churches and a way to work with them, but now you guys are expanding in terms of the work that's getting ready to happen. I understand that Knowledge College for Aging is partnering with Health First. There's a big event that's coming up in February of 2017. And talk a little bit about how that came together and how you will reach the audience that's going to be attending for that. Maybe, Laura, let me ask you a little bit about that.
Sure. Yes, through some people that we met in the community and some connections that we've had, we were able to share the story of our mission really at Knowledge College, and Health First has a great outreach going on in the community and provides many services to seniors, and they were immediately attracted to our message and what we were doing. And we've had several great meetings with different departments at Health First, and we've pulled together a half-day event in February. It'll be at the Rialto, I believe.
18th February.
Yeah, February 18th. And we'll be presenting really a half day of really valuable information for seniors, their families, and other people that serve seniors.
Yeah, because one of the things you talked about, Rob, was also the fact that this is appropriate for HR departments in major corporations. And why is that? Explain that part of it. Why would somebody who works in a Fortune 500 corporation find it important to attend a Knowledge College event?
Well, I was speaking with my dear friend of 38 years. He's my mentor, John Reinhold, and we were talking about the message that we were bringing into the church, and he thought how valuable it would be to bring it to corporate America. And so what we did was as we spoke to people in the world of corporate America, we found that they were that oftentimes employees would have to take off work suddenly because they were not prepared for their mom or dad to take ill after a stroke, a cardiac issue, something of that nature. And so we thought how wonderful it would be if corporate America also would listen. And so funny that I met with one of the executives at Health First, and at a ribbon cutting ceremony, and within 5 minutes he got it. He understood the value of helping employees take care of their family and then get back to work as soon as possible, knowing peace of mind that their families or mom, dad are well taken care of.
So what does somebody learn? They attend a 3-hour conference. What are the types of material that you present, and what would they walk away going home with an increased awareness of?
Well, we start with living at home longer safely. And Dana Venditti does a great job speaking about that, and she'll be speaking about occupational therapy in the home, teaching people how to live in their environs. Are there stairs? Also, is there a little dog around their feet that are going to trip them? And we want them to live safely at home, but then when is that time when they need to get out of the home? And so that's when we do evaluations. So then Troy will step in and he'll talk about senior living community options. And then also Diane Geerling will help as far as organization, trying to talk about family dynamics, the guilt that a child might feel because their mom is getting ready to go into a skilled nursing facility versus staying at home, and how difficult that might be. And also the inner rivalries that sometimes happen between siblings, between family members. And then from there we speak about both the financial as well as legal aspects. We want to try to help people pre-plan by drafting advance directives long in advance by an excellent attorney that knows what they're doing and understands, again, the family dynamics. And then how are we going to pay for that? Well, that's where Laura comes in. She's hopefully going to swim way upstream when people are in their 30s and 40s to help them plan for their retirement. She might talk about long-term care insurance, about annuities, talk about different ways that people can put their nest egg away for the future. And then also we have Jody Williams comes in, and Jody is a music therapist, and how wonderful it is that she touches people with mid to even late stage dementia, bringing smiles on their faces, getting them to sing songs, and again sharing everything from the gospel of Christ to the old songs of the theater of Oklahoma, and Meet Me in St. Louis, all those other wonderful theater. And Laura, what am I missing? I know I'm missing a couple people. Help me out.
We talk about, we have a segment on downsizing your home, perhaps selling your home, maybe in preparation to move to the next stage of housing.
And so we have a wonderful realtor, Nancy Taylor,
yes,
that speaks about that, about everything from downsizing the home to also putting the home on the market, getting the top value for it. And then she even helps organize to move them from their home into a senior living community. So she is a turnkey operation, a wonderful, wonderful attribute.
Oh, that's good. And Laura, I was going to ask you, as a very successful financial planner, you have First Wave Financial, and this is what you do day in, day out, and you really come out and you volunteer your time. And I always explain to people, it's not really a commercial for what you guys do, but you really have a heart to help people. Why do you take the time to do this? What do you hope that people who come to these sessions get out of it?
Well, and I met Rob a couple years ago now, hearing his passion and the stories really that he's run into with seniors. You know, the seniors I work with, I've worked with for a long time. We've walked them through these stages, and they're usually very well prepared for things that happen later in life. And I hear stories, I've heard some from Rob about people he's helped, and it's kind of coming in at the last minute and pulling things out of the fire. And I just have a passion for having people have the best experience they can at each stage of their life. And I think they need, seniors need coaching, they need some preparation, sometimes they need help just sorting the big issues that are out there. And a lot of times bringing the families together. We have family meetings, and I wanted to bring that experience to more people and help those that maybe don't have access to that kind of help.
And if I could add to that, you mentioned about the fire, Laura. Well, oftentimes we're pulling people out of the fire, and oftentimes they're injured, and that's very painful, and it's so frustrating. It doesn't have to be that way. That if they plan, then they won't fail. If they fail to plan, they're absolutely going to fail. So that's really a big part of Knowledge College. Swim upstream, try to help people get ready, because we all age, every last one of us.
Well, you know, Joe Steckler, our founder of Helping Seniors, you know, his passion, he's stressed this as a mandate for what we do. He's like, Kerry, we have to get information into the hands of seniors so that they can age with dignity. And he's very big on this thing he calls an aging plan. You need to get ahead of that aging curve and put these. So when we started talking about all this, I said, this is so right down the alley, because what Helping Seniors is about is communicating information, both outbound, like we're doing right now with our television program. But as you know, Joe is a columnist in all these major publications in our area. He does the radio show weekly. We have TV shows 3 times a day on Space Coast Government TV. And we're just always doing. Here we are at this senior mega event here at Melbourne Auditorium. And we're always trying to do things that get information out to the public. And that's really what you guys are doing the same way. You're trying to help somebody get ahead of that curve. We've got about a minute left, so I just wanted to get like a final thought. As this thing keeps growing and expanding, you're going to have a major presence here in our area in February with what you're partnering with Health First about. What do you see as the future of this, and how should people get involved if they want to know more?
Well, to encapsulate, what we're looking to do is to empower the caregiver, empower the child, to give them the opportunity to take care of their loved one. And for those seniors that don't have loved ones, younger people, for us to step in as like a rent-a-son, the son for hire. And so what we hope to do is to empower them, giving them information to take care of a lot of the basics, and then when it gets too difficult, too time-consuming, then that's when the professionals come in, whether it be us or somebody else.
No, that's great. Thank you, Rob. Thank you, Laura, for being with us today. We really appreciate it, and we look forward to partnering with you and really being part of this. It's great information, and God bless you guys and what you're doing. Next up on Helping Seniors TV, more on the Knowledge College for Aging program. Our guests on this segment are Rob Dixon, a professional guardian and case manager, who is the president and founder of the Knowledge College for Aging, and Scott Dixon, an elder law attorney who is one of the professors at the college. Filmed on location at the Helping Seniors Mega Senior Expo at the Melbourne Auditorium, let's join the discussion. I'm Kerry Fink, and I'm sitting here for Joe Steckler, who is the president and founder of the Helping Seniors Network of Brevard County. It's really an exciting thing to be here with Helping Seniors Television, and in particular, it's really exciting to be here at the Melbourne Auditorium. We're here in downtown Melbourne, and we're here for the 2016 Senior Mega Expo, and that really is the right terminology, Mega Expo. There's something like 70 different vendor tables with information of all sorts that are helpful to seniors seniors in this area. They've had hundreds, if not thousands of people already through the doors today, people coming to get information, learn, and that's one of the reasons why we're here today. Is Helping Seniors has a television has a television table. We also have a table where people are coming by and learning about helping seniors. We have an information hotline, a senior information hotline. People call us from throughout the county. It's a free phone call in the county, and we will do our very best to get you connected. You're talking to our information resource specialist, Kay Kaiser, and she will do her very best to help you get connected to resources that will help you. And as you know, Joe Steckler, our founder, he sort of set the mandate for Helping Seniors is that we're all about helping people age with dignity and giving them the information that they need so that they can do that, so they can make an aging plan that helps that. And so that brings us to the topic of today's show, which is really exciting. It's called the Knowledge College for Aging. And I have the real pleasure of introducing you to Rob Dixon, who is the founder. He's the academic dean. He's the man who's come up with the vision for Knowledge College of Aging, and also Scott Dixon, who you might guess there's a relationship. They're both brothers. And Scott is a foremost kind of elder law attorney who puts a lot of time and energy into this whole concept. So thank you, gentlemen, for being here today.
Thanks for having us, Kerry.
And let's start with the question: what is Knowledge College for Aging?
Well, Knowledge College for Aging is a group of professionals in various different segments of the aging world. We're an attorney, a financial planner, a guardian case manager, as well as a realtor, and visiting home care helps us as far as helping people stay at home longer. So we're a group of professionals. We're all Christians, by the way, very important. And so we hold each other accountable, and we help the senior age safely, and that's what we do.
And kind of like the key rock or bedrock, if you will, or keystone of the whole effort is this: you begin with this 3-hour sort of seminar summit, Knowledge College for Aging seminar. Scott, tell us a little bit about what happens in that. What is the...
Well, this is the exciting part of what we do, because very often when someone's in a crisis situation, they're met with a lot of needs at once. Mom and dad have a stroke, now we need to move them to a facility. We need to sell the house. We need legal documents. We need a financial advisor. We need VA benefits, etc. So the problem is they don't even know where to start, and they're just kind of trying to go through the yellow pages and hope they find a professional in each one of these areas that is going to be reliable and trustworthy, and they're in panic mode. And as we all know, you never make good decisions when you're in a crisis. You want to plan ahead, and that really is the vision and the passion of Knowledge College, is that we have already assembled a group of all of those disciplines so that when you need a crisis, or when you're in crisis, better to say, you can call any one of us, and we've already got that network in place for you, and we can bring in the proper help depending on what the need is.
And so let me ask you, Rob, so what actually goes on? It's 3 hours. What actually transpires in a Knowledge College seminar?
Well, we either meet at churches, and we also we work out of the companies, big corporations. And the reason we do that is because employees, when they're taken off the job in order to go take care of mom, it might take many days, many weeks for them to come back. Oftentimes it's because they're in a crisis, and also because they don't know where to go. They don't know who to call. And so we come alongside them, and in the seminar, we're trying to swim upstream so that we can get them prepared ahead of time. And if we prepare them ahead of time, then they stand a much better chance of successfully navigating through the horrible, wretched waters of aging. So during that 3.5-hour seminar, we have an attorney that will speak on advance directives, and that's my beloved brother, Scott Dixon. And then also we have Laura, who's a financial planner. We have a realtor. Her name is Nancy, and she's been real estate 40 years. She's a turnkey realtor. She'll help sell your home. She'll help organize to sell the property in the home, and she'll also organize the move. So she also helps to repair the home, so she can do it all. We also have Dana helps with helping people stay at home longer. We have Troy, who helps us find the right place for mom or dad so that they can again live safely in the best environment suited for their medical and psychosocial needs. And that kind of rounds out the 3.5 hours, usually 15 to 20 segments each. And they're wonderful speakers. We even have Jody Williams, who provides us with not just entertainment, but also information about how to touch someone in the early and even late stages of dementia through music therapy.
Yeah, it is a phenomenal program, and you follow that 3-hour seminar up with what you call intensives. Now, describe for our viewers what the intensive is. Obviously, you want them to begin sort of at that beginning point where they get the overview, and then you take them a bit farther in this.
Yes, sir. Well, in the 3.5 hour seminar, we try to stay at 20,000 feet. And so what we're looking to do is to just give them an overview. And I think our main theme is get prepared, because we all age, and it's just a matter of time before something happens. So in the 3-hour seminar, we're becoming acquainted with the idea of aging. Brevard County, I think, Scott, you said it best, that we're God's waiting room.
You bet.
We have a wonderful group of people in Brevard County that help take care of the aging population. As far as the intensives go, we try to get down in the weeds. I know, Scott, the last one you and I did together, that Scott spoke about the advanced directives. That what are they? The power of attorney, healthcare surrogate, the living will. Maybe a trust is a good idea, maybe it's not. And then we even, I think, touched on Medicaid planning and VA benefits. So it's a way to get more specific in a smaller environment where there might be 20 or 30 people versus a large group of 200 to 300 that will hear the bigger seminar.
Now, one of the things that I want to point out is, because I think it's very important for viewers to understand, is this is really, for you guys, it's a labor of love. It's a free service. You do not pay to go to the Knowledge College for Aging. You guys are having a big one that's being put together in, I think it's February 18th of 2017, where Health First has actually partnered and said, will you guys come out and present this curriculum to 200 or 300 people and have that benefit for them. And I guess that's another point. Even though you guys represent some of the finest organizations in the county that serve seniors, this is not a commercial, is it?
No.
So can you speak to that?
Yeah, to the contrary. Certainly each of us are in business, and obviously we want to make a living, but all of us have businesses that somehow take care of seniors. And one of the most difficult things is when we see someone who is in crisis or in trouble and they've made bad decisions and now we can't undo it. And so we're very excited about partnering with Health First. They've really caught this vision and fallen in love with the idea. And so they're presenting it as one of their many healthy happenings, which is also a free service of just making our citizens aware of what is available in Brevard County, which in my opinion is the best place to age in place, because we have the industries and the professionals available to take care of you. But it is not a commercial for our businesses. If you would like to follow up with us, certainly you can give us your name and we can follow up later, but there will be no commercials at the workshop. This is only to give information and inform you.
See, that's so important because we're actually sitting in the environment like we started out at the program. We're at the 2016 Mega Senior Expo, and one of the things, we just finished up a program with the people who organized this event, and we were talking about the importance of getting information into people's hands in a real they can take it at their pace. There's nobody that's pushing them into, you got to do this or you must do this. You're just trying to lay out things that they should be aware of, really for their own benefit. Isn't that really the point, Rob?
Yes, sir, it is. That we certainly hold each other accountable, that we know our limitations also, and we know when to pull in outside help as well. And so again, it's just a way for us to impart knowledge to people so that they can prepare ahead of time, and then when the crisis hits, that they'll be prepared and they'll be able to take care of a lot of that on their own. And when it becomes too complicated, then they can call us in and we can come alongside and help.
One of the stats, I saw the recent one you guys did, which was extremely well intended. It was actually in a church venue there at Covenant Presbyterian in Palm Bay. And there was something that you said that really stuck out. You said you asked the audience the percentage of people who in a county, well, you just finished telling us the statistics of our county, and you said that the percentage of people who die without the most basic of documents, a will. And I think the figure you quoted was like, it was amazing.
Yeah, 71%.
Wow. So that's part of the reason why I would think it's important for you to present this information, because here we are with people that are aging and concerned for other family members that are aging, and they really need to get educated about, because I guess the reason you probably discover is most people don't even know they don't even know the right questions to begin with. Is that true?
Exactly. And that really is the purpose of the workshop. For example, let's say that you have a heart attack or a stroke and you need to move to an assisted living situation, but now you lack capacity, so we can't sell your house. Nobody's in charge of making medical decisions. No one can access your bank account, on and on and on. And all of that can be accomplished with very basic planning, where you can authorize the person you trust instead of leaving it to the court to appoint somebody who you may or may not have your best interest in mind.
Yeah, there's no doubt. You did. I don't want to give this away because I hope you'll do this at the next one. But you told a wonderful story about Fred and Wilma, and it was you drove the point home brilliantly in that. It was really you set up the scenario and you really helped the audience understand that these are probably very similar to situations that you could run into your house, and a little bit of getting ahead of the curve would make just a whole lot of difference at the right time.
World of difference.
Yeah, and if I could put some numbers to it. As a court-appointed guardian, and I am a guardian, although I prefer being a rent-a-son or a case manager instead, but as a court-appointed guardian, it might cost $10, $15, even $30, $40,000 because people don't plan. Yeah. And then you've got 2 or 3 children. They each think they have their own ideas as to what's best for mom, or the neighbor thinks what's best. And then you've got 2 or 3 attorneys in the room at, no offense, Scott, but $300 an hour.
Fight nice.
And so it all could have been fixed by just sitting down with either Scott or one of the other fine attorneys in the county to draft the advance directives, understanding family dynamics, so that the court, the government, doesn't need to get involved.
That's a great way to sum it up. We're actually out of time, but I think that was a great opener. So you want to find out more about Knowledge College for Aging and the various programs, including the Parade of Homes Senior Living Style, that the organization offers. So thank you, Rob. Thank you, Scott, for being part of the program today. Thank you, and thank you for helping us with helping seniors.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Pleasure.
I'm Joe Steckler. Thank you for joining our program today. I'd like to remind you that our senior information line is available to you at 321-473-7770. There you can get help and direction that could be helpful for your specific situation or circumstances. The work of helping seniors is very important, but we can't do it alone. That is why our sponsors here in Brevard County are so important. I'd like to thank our many area sponsors, businesses, and medical providers who support the mission of helping seniors that help us carry the cost of our media efforts. If you'd like to join us either as a business partner or simply donate as an individual, we would welcome your call at 321-473-7770. You are always welcome to visit our website at www.helpingseniorsofbrevard.org. Thanks so much for your help. It does make a difference.